Feed the beast. We'll tell you how external breather systems will make your bike run stronger for longer and what your options are. Click the link in the upper right to see this video in email format.
And it's not really complicated. There's just 3 aspects to it. Engine longevity. Bike's just going to last longer. It's going to produce more horsepower and torque because you got much cleaner, fresher air being fed into your intake. And the third one, a lot of people don't realize, tune stability. You know, your air-fuel ratio and the overall fuel management system is going to stay more stable if the air you're feeding into your intake is more uniformly clean. Right.
The Transformer is our newest style of EBS.
What we wanted was the cleanest possible external breather system. What we also wanted was, in case in the future some government agencies say you cannot run an external breather system on your motorcycle, which there's no one doing that now. There are no states that have emissions inspections of motorcycles. This can be EPA compliant.
Yes.
And we'll show you how in a few minutes. But it can be EPA compliant. It can also be an external breather system. And it's super clean. You don't have hoses coming off of where the breather bolts bolt in to the heads.
There have been many questions about the Transformer, and we answer several in the following video.
And we've gotten a lot of questions from people regarding the Transformer, and we're going to answer those right now. You can look at the original video up here in the corner where we introduced and talk about how the Transformer works. We're not going to get into that here. What we're going to do is answer, I think there's 6 or 7 questions. And we're going to answer the most asked question about, will it fit this air cleaner? Will it fit that air cleaner? We have a bunch of examples. We're going to answer that last. But let's answer some of the other questions first.
We have external breather systems that will work with your Harley stock bolts, as well as systems that use banjo bolts and fittings, and breather bolts that screw directly into the heads with built-in screen and filters. There is also the option for a DIY system where you drill and tap into the backplate. You may be wondering which is the better option, the catch can or the filter.
It requires cleaning every 5 to 10,000 miles, depending on the severity of your oil carryover issue. And overall, I mean, it works just as good as the catch can. It may not look as good, so what I tell people is if you're going to route the hose to a visible location, you might want to consider the catch can. The catch can is billet aluminum, has finned edges, it's vented on the top, but it also requires cleaning every 5 to 10,000 miles, just like the filter element.
Many folks have asked, do I need to retune my Harley after venting externally?
He says, I'm wanting to do this on my bike. I was wondering how much this changes the air-fuel ratio when adding to a stock filter, if any. So he's asking, does he have to retune his bike if he adds an external breather system to it?
Well, the short answer, no, you don't have to retune the bike. You are altering the quality of the air intake and the temperature of the air intake, the amount of oxygen that's in that air intake, but it's not going to make such a difference to the AFR as if, say, if you change the air cleaner itself. So, short answer, no, you don't have to retune the bike when you simply vent the crankcase vapors externally.
We have external breather systems for Sportster, twin cams, and M8 engines. Vent externally for more power and engine longevity. Your Harley will thank you every time you ride. Y'all ride safe.